Right. So I left off with as I said, quite obscure thing that there doesn't seem to even be very much documentation about, but is nonetheless available in JavaScript called a hash map. I don't think I need this bit that prints the variable to the screen, where instead of making an array, I'm declaring a new instance of this built-in object called a hash map. And let me see. So the way it works is, let me just grab this statement here real quick. Into my hash map, I can put some values, like let's say I can say Bob. And Bob has a value. Let's say Bob's age. You can have more than one, but I could just say, okay, that this has a value of 29. Okay, and this is much the same as push. With an array. Only with the hash map you use put. Okay, and then whatever Edna. Right, is say 38. She's 40, but that's what she says. So and etc. And Tom, a whole bunch. Right, who is she's seen on the side 24 there. And so now you get this array where instead of having to access everything as before, where you would go keys, array number, 0. This works a little bit different now, where I could say instead keys dot get, okay, and I could get the value of say Edna here, like that. I'm not doing anything with that, so why don't I maybe print that out to the screen or something? So here I'll just start it on a new line just to clarify. Print line. There's my print line statement, and I want to print out the value of Edna. See, restart. There you go. It's looking by name instead of by number, and returning the value that I have stored in Edna. See there. So if say just for whatever reason you wanted to track things by name instead of number, I have found very little valid reason to use it, but there it is. Other than here, now, as is that I haven't created an array containing 72 objects, when I do something, now when I release my key released, I just, everything is cleared again. Whether declaring a new object or is actually using less memory than doing the other way, I can't say for sure, but it was just an alternative method, very interesting. So now, but to point out here, I'm using, instead of say 37, which would be like your numerical value for your keyboard input. I'm using these keyboard shortcuts. So let me illustrate quite. Wait a minute. There's no print line in here, is there? Yeah, up here. So, for instance, let me just down here add a print line. And I want to print out right. Let me grab this. Print line right. There. 39. Okay, what right is a built-in constant. which just makes it handier when trying to remember some of the values like right, up, left, down. Oh, what numbers are those? Somebody along the line, since it's a graphically oriented program and people are going to want to make games, I figure, well, it's just much handier to have a built-in value. You see, constant that's declared. See, this would be the same as saying RIGHT equals 39. See, redefinition of right. See, it won't even let me redeclare the constant, which is in all due respects, that is what a constant is supposed to do. You don't want people going trying to redeclare them. Okay, but what I was just trying to illustrate is if I were to declare something called right, it would look like that. But somebody has done that for me. See, that's built in. See, and these other values are built in. So I could also, if I wanted to use the enter key instead of having to go look it up, I could say enter there. See, I don't have to go look up what the enter key is. I can just say if somebody presses the enter key, if enter here. See, and so there are some name shortcuts. There isn't spacebar. That would be handy, but that's always nice to remember. You have a few these pre-declared constants in the game for you. So in much the same manner as the previous, where I made an array to store numerous keyboard input data, right? Here I'm making a hash map to store the data, and then in the key press function, putting I'm naming it instead of using Bob or Edna. I'm just naming it the current key code value or values in this case, because all this like numerous key codes can be input simultaneously on your keyboard pretty much. It's going to register them all in one boom spell swoop, and then I'm just assigning a true value to it. So now I can, of course, go if particular key code here, if this particular key code, I don't have to go if this equals true, equals true, see, same thing, just to say if this value, no, because it has a default value of true stored in it, right? And there you go. I don't have 72 of them stored in my hash map. And then to reset it, instead of erasing the entire array, I just set a new hash map, Just, like I said, some obscure way to do it. I don't know if this actually uses less memory than the array method or not, Just playing around. Okay, hash maps.